Okay, let's get in there and just see what happens. Play. Okay, so hello everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So my intention here, this is my first time ever, well, other than I think in high school for speech class. I think it was called speech class. Um, my friend and I made a video, and that was uploaded to this channel. So technically, it's not my first YouTube video. However, um, in practice, it's basically my first. So I'm a little nervous, and I'm a little not sure how the audio is going to work specifically. I have a pretty nice microphone, but I don't. In my testing, there was some clicking that would happen when I would sort of get too loud or laugh or something. So I'm not sure how that's going to work. I also have headphones on, which is not normally how I would sit here and play this game, so it makes it so I can't hear myself quite as well. But we're going to go with it anyway and just see how this goes, and probably I'll even upload the outcome of this, regardless of the quality, just as a kind of personal experiment to see how I react to that psychologically, uploading something that's not perfect. So, yeah, welcome. I don't know where this channel will go or if it will go anywhere, but I really love this game, The Binding of Isaac. I've played it for many years, from the Flash version up until today. I don't play it very often, but I have watched God knows how many hours of people play this game, in addition to me playing a fair few hours myself. So let's say I'm a fan. I'm a big fan of this game. I really love the gameplay. I love how the whole package comes together. I love how it's developed. So I'm not going to bore you too much, but basically, I think so far, I don't want to overthink it where this channel might go, but I've been having this idea for a long time to record myself playing video games. And this is the seemingly most logical game for me to record myself playing, because I just want to play it right now anyway, after watching some lazy Map Man recently. So my idea was, I have this file, which has a lot of unlocks already, but definitely nowhere near completion. But I think it would be much more interesting to start a file. So this was me earlier today. I just started a brand new file and did a single run as a kind of test to see if this is something I'd even be wanting to do. So I'm going to go ahead and delete that as well. So these are both completely fresh files. So yeah, why don't we start file 3, and then we can figure out what to do with file 2 later. File 3 is fine with me. 3 is a nice number. So this is Nick Play Isaac. My name is Nick, and we are going to hop into a run here and play some Isaac. So I'm going to start on hard mode. Like I say, I have a lot of hours in this game, but I have never really aimed for like a full completion. I've done some of the harder challenges. I've gotten pretty proficient at the game, but I always kind of, dipped in and out of interest or motivation. So I'm curious to see what will happen when I start recording it from a blank file. I love starting on a blank canvas. That's sort of from an energetic standpoint, that's something I really love doing. I love having like an empty room, an empty space, empty folders, empty desktop, and just building everything up completely from scratch. So that's what we'll be doing here, and we'll see how that goes. And yeah, like I say, this is my first time in years and years and years, really since like high school, that I have tried to make some kind of like content, some kind of expressing myself in some way through some medium such that other people will see the outcome of it. I mean, that's not totally true. I have done little projects here and there, but specifically with the idea of like YouTube, it's like I have no idea who's going to watch this, if anyone's going to watch it. I guess I'm recording this with the assumption that someone is watching it or listening to it. So, right, okay, I need to re-enable that mod, the one that shows external item descriptions, because there are quite a few items that have been added that I don't really know what they do. These probably have some kind of effect, it looks like. If every single tier has an effect, that would be probably really good. Looks like not every tier. Or every tier is colored, but not every tier is having a... Okay, I'm going to wait to pick that up. I already noticed when I played earlier that I really have not played this game in so long, and my mechanics were quite rusty. Okay, I know you can get this. Another thing I'm not sure about is the keyboard. I have a mechanical keyboard. I could just play on my laptop keyboard, but the thing there is that the arrow keys are really tiny. And in this game, I feel like the arrow keys are pretty important. So right now I'm going to use my mechanical keyboard, and I'll see how it is in the recording. And I'll see if there's any comments that say anything, but probably it'll be my own personal criticism of my own video. And yeah, I'll see how that shows up in the audio. If that's really like can easily be heard, then that's then clearly I need to work something out there. I'll go to the secondhand store and just buy like a cheap whatever keyboard. I don't need a fucking Masterwork elite tier keyboard for this game. I literally just need, what is it, about 10 keys total. Damn, that's fucking powerful, the ice. That seems like the best effect in this item so far. Okay, we got a range up. It's whatever. No biggie. So I'll look for the secret room, I guess. But I'm not gonna go too crazy, like 100%ing these floors right now. So I'm definitely open to that in the future, and I have, for sure, I have gone down that path in Isaac before where I, like autistically scrape through every minute detail of the floor and take it for everything it has. Charging up the D6 and going for infinite duplications and backtracking across 8 rooms to get a half a heart so I can squeeze one more play of a demon beggar or something. But the thing is, I'm at the very beginning of the game right now, and so I can only go to Mom anyway, Mom's foot. So that's where I'm gonna go. I don't really have a huge interest in... It is possible to go further. One second, let me just take a sip. I'm enjoying a very tasty beer right now. Probably I will not frequently be drinking beer while I play this, just because it dulls my senses. But what I'm saying is actually related to that, which is that for this first run, it's not so critical that I'm playing at like 100% performance, because I'm just going down to the depths too. It's only 4 more floors and killing Mom, which is, I'm not gonna say trivial, like for sure if it's your first time playing this game, that's not an easy thing to accomplish. And if I can remember back to years ago when I started playing this game, that was no easy task for me to start. But after a couple hundred hours of this game and the amount of gameplay that I've watched, it's no longer a huge impossible task. It's actually, I mean, the amount of runs that I start and don't beat Mom, probably I would have to be quite like incapacitated like mentally or physically to have that be the outcome, where I don't even beat Mom's foot. So what I'm saying is I'm basically a god tier gamer. No, I'm not a god tier gamer, but I am pretty good at video games, and especially this video game, which I have invested a lot of time into. And yeah, that's all. That's about all I have to say about that. Let's blow this up. So yeah, my play is not going to be optimal. You can at me in the comments if that's bothers you. But the important thing is it can be optimal if it needs to be. I think. I don't know that for certain, but I suspect. So that's some meta commentary for you. Really curious how the audio recording is going at this point. If there's like any clicking noises when I cough or when I laugh specifically. And yeah, this run seems fine. This Play-Doh item, or whatever, the first thing I got that makes my tears all colored, is kind of carrying us. Not that we need a huge amount of carrying. I don't really want Bum Friend. I think I'd rather have the money. And I don't have a D6 or anything to roll him with. If I get another key, I'll check out the key room and see what's Wagwan in there. But for right now, I think I'll just leave him. Because it's just gonna hurt, you know? It's just gonna hurt to watch, to like helplessly watch him pick up all the coin drops. When actually I would like to have them myself. Either to go to the shop, or, well yeah, to go to the shop. Either to buy something, like here, you know, it's like, I want that money. That's my cash. I don't see a scenario where in the next couple of floors that I'm like, oh yeah, I really wish I had Bum Friend. Oh, that's cool. Did you catch that? If you freeze the fly at the front, they all freeze. That's really funny. I don't think I knew about that interaction. There's probably a lot of things in this game that I have seen and have forgotten about, or have literally never seen before. So we'll see. It'll be kind of a funny channel start for anyone watching, because it's not like we're discovering this game together, nor is that even likely. I mean, this game has been out so long, in whatever format. You know, there's been a ton of expansions. I don't even know which expansion we're at now, but I'm assuming I'm running the newest one. I can't imagine I would ever not own all of the Isaac expansions. This is like, I should not have taken that health up. Whatever, it's fine. No biggie. Always guppy. Always take guppy. So, okay, here's something interesting. So, let's say you're watching this and you don't even know what guppy is. Do I care? Am I going to try to explain what's going on in the game for someone watching? I don't think so. No, I don't think so. Like, if I had like a friend here, now that's something I've done before, and that's something I actually really enjoy. Is like, if a, you know, when you're like a kid and you take turns playing a video game with a friend of yours, and your friend's just sitting there watching you play. That's, to me, that was always like some of my favorite. Oh, that's funny. The cat head doesn't move if I'm holding onto this. Let's see if we can. Can we do something funny with it? I mean, we can get ears. How do we get ears? Let's see. I'm getting off topic. You can sort of maybe experience my ADHD brain with me. Oh. You know what? I'll take it. I'll take it. That's funny. Okay, let's do this. Alright, that is not worth it. What was I saying? Yeah, when you're sitting around playing like PlayStation with your buddy when you're young, and you're taking turns, and I always really, my favorite moments were the moments where I was playing. Now, don't get me wrong, I did have some fun watching him play too, but I really loved being watched while I was playing and sort of making it an entertaining experience for the person watching. That always felt very natural to me. And so when I became aware that there were people, you know, basically making a career out of this, it did occur to me that that was something I wanted to try. I think I probably had first had the thought to do this like let's see, I'm 31 now, and I probably first thought about this in high school. So when I was like, let's say 17 or something. So what's that, 14 years? Almost half of my life I've had this idea floating around in my head. And yeah, and today is the day. Today's the day that I actually give it a go and see how it feels. See if this is something that actually interests me, or if it's something that interests other people. See if this is something that provides a service, or, you know, actually adds something to other people's lives. That's kind of important to me as far as like how I'm going to expend my energy and my time on this planet with this human existence that I have. I would kind of like to be of service or contribute something. And I'll be honest, I have my prejudices against like watching. Yeah, honestly, I think I judge myself a lot for the amount of time that I spend watching people play video games. And I think it's actually not so helpful, that judgment. And I've been really overcoming some self-judgment in my path of development recently. And I think that's what's allowing me to do this right now. It's allowing me to just kind of try this and see how it feels. Yeah, because, like, sure, I don't immediately see how this can add to people's lives, and yet I have a feeling that it kind of can. The issue, I think, is that I have been, you know, usually when I'm watching someone play video games, I'm judging myself as I do that. I'm kind of like thinking, oh, I should be doing something better or more productive. And then sometimes I see comments from people who feel very differently. You know, they express like really deep gratitude to the person recording content or making content, for like even helping them get through difficult times. And if I think about it, you know, I've had a lot of enjoyment from watching Northern Lion, various content creators. I think the issue is, just like with anything, is like I overdo it. So everything is kind of neutral in principle, but if you overdo it, then it can be destructive to you or to other people. And I think that could be that there's sort of nothing inherently wrong with creating quote-unquote content for people to consume, as long as it's kind of done in moderation and consumed in moderation and with some kind of intention or understanding of like why you're doing this right now. So I don't know, this is kind of let's say like it might sound a bit of a funny wording, but it's almost like a spiritual exploration for me to make this right now, because I want to understand my relationship to content, video game content, to people playing video games and me watching them, or now me playing video games and having people watch them, you know. And ultimately what I realized is that I've had this thought, like I said, since I was probably in my teenage years, and it doesn't seem to be going anywhere. Like, for all my judgments and all my attempts to focus on other things, do yoga, get outside, spend time with people, meditate, whatever, to sort of do more of what I judge to be a more holy or valuable lifestyle, what I find is that I ultimately always come back to, among other things, watching people play video games. And I just find it entertaining, and I am attracted to it. And so this is an experiment in sort of accepting that. It's an experiment in self-acceptance, trying to accept a part of myself that I have previously deemed unacceptable or unhealthy or undesirable, and seeing what happens if I just sort of give it a outlet. Because I remember watching a video about videos. It was a video that was, I think it was like how to start a YouTube channel, which has clearly been on my mind for a while, like because I watch videos about how to start a YouTube channel. All right, nice. We unlocked Azazel, excuse me. That's fantastic. He's a great character. If you don't know, he just has a big laser beam and he does a boatload of damage, and it's great. And let's go. What was I saying? Honestly, I forget. I've had a beer and a half, and my brain is not working at 100% capacity. If it's really important, it'll come back to me. Oh, I watched a video some time ago. I don't remember when, and that video was about how to start a YouTube channel. And I remember something from that video. Okay, that was complete accident, but I'll take it. Oh my gosh, another tears out. This is an absolutely goated run. Despite me not really paying that close attention to it. So this video, I watched this video, and I'll be, okay, you know, that's fair. That was difficult to avoid. And in this video, they suggested, I forget who it was from, but maybe Mandalore Gaming or something. He talked about, like, you know, what should you make a video about? And his suggestion was, you know, have a look at the kind of YouTube videos that you already watch, and that could give you some information about what you would want to create. And I remember when I heard that, my response was kind of negative, because I thought, well, shit, I watch a lot of people play video games, but I don't really want to, like, do that. I don't really want to make more of that, because I kind of judged it as problematic, or, you know, there's... Okay, I love Demon Beggar. I forgot how much I love this guy. He's just eating up all the excess health that I can't even use. Yeah, I judged it as kind of problematic, or like, you know, contributing to a universe that I don't believe in, where we all just kind of stare at our phones all the time and are totally clocked out of reality, and just not engaged, not connected, you know. I probably won't get into it too much in detail, but I do think that it's really important to, like, spend time in the so-called real world, in the analog physical realm, and connecting with people, looking them in the eyes, speaking to them, touching them, holding them. I think that in my own life, I've spent a lot of time in this digital realm, and okay, I don't need the map. I'm just gonna donate. I gotta build up my donation machine. I've spent a lot of time in the digital realm, not necessarily intimately connected to my ape brethren, and I think that's had some detrimental effects in my life. And so I speak from experience when I say that, like, for me personally, to, you know, hang out in Twitch chat all day, or to lay in bed and watch YouTube videos is not the way that I want to live my life. It's not necessarily healthy for me. Yeah, I guess I can't speak for everyone, but, you know, I mean, we are all human, and we have all kind of the same basic needs, and I think one of those needs is connection. This has gone so this has gone so off the rails from what I expected to be talking about. I thought I'd be talking about the game. I'm not at all talking about the game. I think maybe I'll try to talk about the game. I really didn't see this coming when I did a little test run earlier by myself. without actually recording, I was mostly talking about the game, and this has become very, I don't even know what to call it, not political, but it's become quite a commentary on like society and life. And but you know, I guess that's just what is alive in me right now. That's what's going on, and that's what I want to talk about. So that's what I'm talking about. It's probably in some way helping me to process my own feelings about it. But I guess I'll try to just round it up by saying, you know, here I am experimenting with something. I want to see that maybe there is a healthier way to engage. For instance, you've got this guy, Dr. K, Healthy Gamer GG, and he engages quite a lot with the digital realm and with video games and Twitch and Discord, and he is healthy as far as I can tell, you know, from what I observe. And I think it honestly might just be me. Not just me, of course, other people as well, but like it might really be a personal thing that not everyone who engages with a reality like this, who engages with, you know, the digital world or is sort of very much online, chronically online, that you know, I have this idea that that has to be an unhealthy thing, but I'm not sure that that's the case. And I think, honestly, by having that view and sort of speaking to myself like that when I want to watch someone play video games or kind of relax or chill out, I think it's my own judgments of myself or of that behavior which lead to me, first of all, not enjoying the activity as much as I could. You know, not being quite as present with the activity as I could, because while I'm doing it, I'm simultaneously thinking I'm doing something wrong and judging myself, which then also leads me to perform the behavior even longer because it offers a kind of an escape from my own judgments, from my own, you know, inner critic, which can be quite painful to listen to. And so I think it actually perpetuates the issue. It perpetuates and, what's the word, like to make worse, exacerbate. It exacerbates the issue. And so today, for the 10 millionth time, I was laying in bed watching lazy Matman play some Isaac challenge runs. And for the first goddamn time in a long time, I did not feel so judged by myself. I thought, yeah, this is just what I'm doing right now. I'm currently unemployed. I just finished a master's degree, and I also just did a yoga teacher training. But currently I have no job. I work as a janitor at a movie theater like once or twice a week. But otherwise I have income from my parents. And yeah, I have... Oh man, I'm not sure if I should have said that just now. I feel a bit embarrassed to have admitted that. But, you know, it is what it is. Yeah, I have this, like, sudden urge to take that part of the recording out. Oh, how vulnerable do I really want to get with YouTube, with the world? How much of myself do I want to show? The thing is, I speak very openly. I'm a very open person, and that frightens me a little bit if I'm going to be recording myself and putting myself on YouTube. I guess y'all don't really know who I am, so that's at least a start. I have some kind of like anonymity. You can assume my name is Nick. That would be accurate. But yeah, so I'm unemployed right now. I just finished a master's degree, and I am supported by my parents. And again, I have a lot of judgments about that, about like what someone should do that they sort of quote unquote should not be supported by their parents. They should make their own thing. We got brimstone, by the way. I have been not commenting on the game at all. Okay, now the question is, if I die, where will I respawn? I think I'll respawn in the room that I was in previously. But I don't really want to play games here. I'm just going to take brimstone and... Okay. That's okay. I think what we could have done there is... Oh, that's so cool. It's a rainbow laser. What we could have done there is take Guppy's tail and then walked out of the room and then died and then teleported back into the room because of you respawn in the room that you were in previously. However, I was not sure, and I thought, okay, I don't really want to risk not having brimstone here because brimstone is arguably the best item in the game and makes everything 1,000 times easier. So, okay, there's your 15 seconds of actual gameplay commentary in this whole video. And yeah, where was I going with this? I have judgments about that too, about someone living off of their parents or being supported by their parents, you know, being like a fully grown adult and not supporting themselves, not being independent. And at the same time, if I think about it, like, shit, brother, I don't, like, if I can do this right now, if I can, like, do something that I actually want to do in place of something that I have to do, that sounds fucking dope. And, like, it sounds kind of cruel almost to even imagine making somebody do anything else, right? Like, if a friend of mine said, hey man, I'm in this position where I don't have to work and I can pursue the things that are actually meaningful to me or fun or interesting, I think my response would be like, hell yeah, man, like, go for it. And yet when it comes to myself, the expectations are so much higher, like almost impossibly high. And that's something that I discuss a lot with my psychologist. I have been in therapy for quite some time. Now I'm kind of like, you know, intermittently in therapy, sort of when I need it, which is still relatively often. But the biggest thing that we've sort of identified is the absurd standards that I put on myself. These expectations that are sort of more stringent or painful than what I would put on anyone else. Yeah, and one of them is that, you know, you're not allowed to just sort of enjoy your life if the opportunity presents itself. Like, not many people have the opportunity to just sort of get money from their parents and pursue what they want to pursue. And so it's something I can really be grateful about and make the most of, rather than beating myself up about it or trying to force myself to do something I don't really want to do. So, yeah. I'm wondering if any human being, or other animal, I guess, dog or a horse or chicken, is going to listen to anything I've said in this video and what their response will be. I guess I fear judgment from others, you know. As much as I judge myself, you'd think I'd be used to it, but I really fear how I'm perceived by others, and so I'm curious. What is this? Oh, sick. Yeah, curious to see where this goes. I think I was hoping that this would just be like a gameplay commentary and I could just talk about what's happening in the game, but it turned into a more Northern Line style gameplay video where the gameplay is just like a backdrop. It's just like some Subway Surfers to keep people's interest while actually I'm just just talking to myself. It's been fun. I've enjoyed this so far. Hope you have too. You know, if not, that's all right. I guess we're all different on this earth. Oh, you know what? I want to donate to the shop if I can. Empress. Have I found the shop? Let's like actually pay attention to the game. I can give this guy some hearts. I love that they changed that. You know, it used to be that when you were donating health, either to a blood donation machine or to Devil Beggar, you could only go down to a half of a red heart. You couldn't go any further than that. And now you can donate everything, and I think that's cool. Just gives you a little bit of extra leverage to sort of make the game do what you want. Oh, okay, don't blow that up. Got an easy win with Brimstone here. Yeah, so what the hell's happening in this game, huh? We're on the last floor. Nice. I love unlocking items. That's great. I mean, the idea here with this channel is that probably at least some of the videos will actually be about Isaac. I do find this game interesting. And I'd like to talk about it. So, yeah. Probably that will happen. But apparently I needed to talk about this today. Wondering again how much of the keyboard sound will be heard, because that's what I'm hearing right now. Alright, let's try something cool. Oh, yes. Yes. Very nice. Okay, we can pay you again twice. Got something for me? Hell yeah, brother. Alright, let's get in here. It's the end. Never really had a doubt that I would get this. Would beat Mom's Foot. Or I guess the boss is just called Mom. But we ended up getting Brimstone and some good damage ups, and there we go.
His mother,
and that's just the end of the first run.
To serve her God,
here, I'll shut up so you can hear the video.
Isaac, I will do as I'm told, my lord. I love you above all else. Isaac's mother repeated.
She's just kind of portrayed as this like religious lunatic who's attempting to kill her own son. For the God.
Just as he accepted his
God,
fate,
I should say.
God
I think he's not called the God.
Sending an angel down from above to
according to the people who believe in him or pray to him.
Just like that, it was over.
And there we go. Hey, he's all happy. And then something bad happens. All right. So, and I unlock some things. The womb, that's great. Purist, that's a tough challenge. I'll be playing everything on this channel. So all the challenges, all the modes, all the post-it notes for every character. Probably once a day, maybe twice a day I'll make a video, we'll see. That's all for now. That was my first ever video. I hope you liked it. If not, tell me why in the comments. Preferably in a constructive way, that's not just mean. But, you know, if that's the only way you can express yourself, that's okay too. I'll translate it into more neutral, therapy-approved talk. And, yeah, that's it. Thank you very much, and I will see you next time. Ciao, ciao.